Welcome in, and today I'm going to discuss with you the balancing problem in Marvel Rivals, but not the one you think. People may say, oh, the balancing is horrible in this game, either dive is very strong, supports are very strong, poke is very... whatever. That's a whole other issue on its own. People have discussed that, nobody can agree on it. So, that's not what I'm talking about today. Today, I'm going to be talking about not everyone can agree on balancing. It's just impossible to do so. No matter which way you look at it, not everyone will agree with everything. Even with one simple thing. You could say less CCs in the game, but we see how that is with the newest update. Now people are against it. Flyers were pretty weak. They were for one season very strong. People didn't like that. They added Gambit, they added Ultron, which aren't healing ults. They can heal, but they're most likely used as an offensive weapon. And you see how that went with it. With these balance changes, month by month, month by month. Balance patch notes by balance patch notes, by dev vision by dev vision. Nobody can agree on one thing. So we shouldn't call it a horrible game because it doesn't fully agree with you. That's a simple fact right there everyone needs to understand and just fully comprehend. The game wasn't meant for you. The game was meant for everybody, including you. And if you are calling the game horrible, unbalanced, trash, because it doesn't suit your own standards, that is not a game issue, that is not a dev issue, that's not a community issue, well partly. It is a you issue. Just because everything isn't in your standards doesn't mean it's bad for the game, doesn't mean that you need to rage about the game, call anyone who disagrees with you brain dead, mindless, no good takes. People need to grow up in this community. The devs know a lot more about the game than we do. That's just a simple fact right there. Sure, do they make interesting choices? Sometimes yes, but that's a given since we don't agree on everything. It would be a perfect world in terms of Marvel Rivals if everyone agreed with the balance changes. Hell, if that happened one update, I mean, you would have like world peace in Marvel Rivals for like one season. That's never gonna happen. There could be a character which is extremely weak. Like they'll lose every 1v1. They get buffed slightly, there would at least be one person that has an outrage about that. There's people out there who, let's say a dive character for instance, because I know there's been certain talks about this. Let's say there's a dive main who is very bad at dive. They're playing, let's say Daredevil, the highest win rate in Celestial and above and in total in Marvel Rivals ranked in season 7. Let's say he's playing Daredevil and let's say Diamond, any rank will really work here in this situation. He's playing him, he thinks he's a good player. He's playing Daredevil, but he keeps losing every 1v1. He's losing against a Hela. He's losing against a Cloak and Dagger. He's losing against a Mantis. He's losing against a Blade. He's losing against a Rocket Raccoon in 1v1. He's losing against all these people. And then suddenly next patch notes, Daredevil gets nerfed. Wait a minute, why are they nerfing this weak character? It's like, no, the character isn't weak, you are. And with these patch notes, big content creators, and even content creators that are larger than me, that are the size of me, which are smaller than me, we all have opinions about the game. Our voice reaches out more than anybody who doesn't have subscribers, who doesn't get views, who doesn't have the influence. And especially with the bigger content creators doing these reviews of the patch notes, they talk like they know everything. They talk like they are the truth. And their fans, their followers, their subscribers all follow his word or her word to the T. If they say, oh, this character is strong, popular narrative, that character is strong, why are we buffing them? They say the character is weak, oh, why are we nerfing that weak character? And it isn't just one community who does this. It's every single playstyle in the game. No matter the playstyle you have, there's going to be a content creator that has that playstyle. That's a simple fact right there. You're a support main who plays Loki mostly? Okay. There's content creators like me. There's content creators like Nexus. Oh, you're a dive main? I may butcher this name right here, but Samju, the Black Panther, probably #1 Black Panther in my opinion. Okay, you play Black Panther? Okay, you go with him. Spider-Man, there's several out there like DMR, like Necros, people like that. You want Jeffs? Okay, there's plenty out there. You're a flyer? Okay, there's plenty out there. There's a Human Torch main out there, which is pretty good. I forgot his name. I think he's like a good Star-Lord as well. But my point is, everyone in this community has different playstyles, and that's a very good thing. I love going against different playstyles, even on the same character. With like Loki, for instance, I play always to the ground in chokes, kind of in line with my illusions. But if you look at, for instance, Nexus, who's also a top 500 Loki player, he mostly plays high up and away. We have two completely different playstyles, but we're both top top 500 with Loki, and we're both near the same ranks in total. I faced against him once. I'm happy to say, and this isn't like a dig at him, because he's my favorite Loki content creator. He's probably top 3 at minimum, maybe number 1 favorite Marvel Rivals content creator out there. But I'm 1-0 against Nexus. I didn't go against him as Loki beside a team comp, which didn't really help Loki's playstyle. I would have loved to play Loki, but my point is, let me get back to the point. You have all these playstyles, which is very healthy for the game, which I love. You have all these different types of players in the game, which I love. But that also means people will see the game differently, which is a good thing, mind you. But in this case, it's a bad thing, because you'll never agree on anything, and no matter what, if there's a change, someone will be mad at it. Someone will disagree with it. People will praise it, sure, some people may. Characters may be added, but they'll never agree with it. And we have seen multiple examples of this, of different playstyles, different balanced patch notes, of how people perceive them. It's not a low rank versus high rank type situation like a lot of people say. Oh, you agree with this patch notes. Oh, you disagree with this patch notes because you're low rank, because you don't know about the game, because this, because that, because here's a bunch of excuses of why you don't agree with every single one of my opinions. No, nobody will agree on everything. That's the last time I'm gonna say it. And the thing to fix this community, it's with a lot of things, but I think it comes down to the balanced patch notes. The devs know a lot more about the game. They have a lot more statistics than any of us will ever have. Unless, like, I'm a dev, you're a dev, which I highly doubt, unless you're like one of the devs right now watching this video. You'll never know more than them. That's a simple fact right there. And with every balanced patch notes, there's going to be more of a divide in the community. There always will be. Because in time, there's going to be more and more people which are going to disagree with the patch notes. No matter which direction they go in. Are they going to go in a flying meta? Okay, people are going to hate that. Are they go in a brawl meta? People are going to hate that. Diving meta? People are going to hate that. Support meta? They're going to disagree with that. Oh, they add another tank? People are going to disagree with that. Oh, they're adding another DPS? They're going to disagree with that. Oh, they're adding another support? Oh, they're pandering to support players. And a lot of this, like I said in my other videos, stems from big content creators. They amplify their feelings. They're amplifying their hatred. They're amplifying their fans, their subscribers, whatever you want to call them. Their emotions, their feelings. And if we didn't have these problems, of course the problems would go away, but they're just amplifying what is there. There could be a 1% disagreement in the community. Then you inject a big content creator, let's say he's the 1%, he starts influencing everyone around him. Slowly that 1% turns into 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. Because the larger he grows, the more influence he has, or she, whatever. And the more mad people get, the more toxic they become. We see this in comp right now. People are, with the 6 bans right now, people are banning a bunch of supports. People are banning their own teammates. Sure, it stems from people just being dumbasses on their own and can't handle any form of criticism, can't handle anything, can't handle their own egos, can't get above a 50% win rate. It comes from a lot of things. But I think a lot of it stems from the balanced patch notes and the balancing of the game. We came a long way from Season 0. Trust me, we definitely have. Luna became hard meta to pretty much the lower end of supports now, even after a bunch of buffs. The power creep is insane, but that's just my opinion. There's multiple supports out there who have not stood in a good place over time. Sure, that will happen over the course of now like 7.5 seasons. Not everyone should be hard meta forever, but the meta is always changing. Gives new experiences, gives new playstyles, gives new chances to learn, gives new chances to become something more. But with all these people still living in the past, look at this change, look at this movement, look at this strike from almost a year ago. Let's focus on that and put all those past experiences into the nowadays. Let's put all those opinions in the balanced patch notes a year later. Let's focus on the past so much we can't see the light ahead, that we can't see pretty much the golden arches straight ahead of us, which is pretty much promising a better solution, a better way of doing things. What is the purpose of a game if not to have fun? Sure, you can play competitive, but that doesn't mean you need to ruin other people's experiences. Just because you don't disagree or agree with the balanced patch notes doesn't mean you need to make other people's lives worse and call people brain dead and no good takes skillless. Just because you disagree with something, that you have the free reign to make everyone's lives worse because you're miserable. Nobody, and I'll end the video by saying this and wrapping up all into this ending, nobody will agree with everything. You could make a thing where 99% of the community will agree on something. It gets implemented into the game. Now suddenly, the big content creators speak up about it. I have seen things where I played the game. I didn't see anything bad with it. I played it on my own, made my own opinions. But suddenly, I look online, there's a whole popular narrative about something because another big content creator said something about it. It's suddenly now a huge issue where in my gameplay and several other people's gameplays, it was like, not there, not an issue. This character isn't an issue, but they try to make it seem so. Since they can't beat a character, they're mad when they don't get nerfed to the ground. When they can't play any character they want that character to be buffed. They can't handle losing on a character because of their egos. But let me know what you guys think of this video in total. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next YouTube video. See ya.